Hey there and welcome back to SnowRunner. Right now we are going to fix up the Conveyor Belt Section 3 and it is going to be a big one though, because this time we have to make a cabin, make some metal rolls out of steel beams, and we have to haul a ton of bricks and one concrete slab. So with the concrete slab, don't forget we do need the cement for the cement factory, so this is going to be a big one though. Very nice though. Papa, there we go. Yeah, we went yesterday over here. And we cannot go over there, clearly. So we have to go back over the river. We have to go back over here. And then we have to try to find a way all the way over there. It's going to be great, though. It's going to be a biggie. And we went from here towards there. So I think on the way back, though, we can just be as smooth about it as we were moving in here. And you know, smooth with a river flowing like that, though, is not the best analogy, though, but I think we can make it. There's some sticks, and there's some sticks over there on the other side. Oh, yeah. You do not even see the bottom right now. Yeah, dangerous water. Water is taking damages. Yeah, we better move backwards, though. Come on. We are taking too much damage here. Ooh. I was a little bit too optimistic about this little part, though. So let's move a little bit forward there. Yeah. Or did I go from there? No, I did not. Oh, yeah. Wow, these rocks, though. Yep. A little bit pushing us over the edge here. But it's a miracle, though, that the truck did not take more damage than it did there. I have to say, mad respect to the engineers. Mad respect. Oh, wait, I cannot believe that we are already at 85% of Yukon. It's been a while, though, that we have been here, for real. But it feels like we go way quicker than it feels like, you know what I mean? It feels way quicker than it feels like. Well, that is possible, but it feels quicker than that we actually do. Sure, I had mega hauls that we had to cut in 3 episodes and all. That's just part of the job, you know what I mean? Nobody got time for a 5 to 6 hour video just to see the gold mine being restored. And I'm happy that I do it that way, though, right? You know, by splitting these videos. But yeah, you know, the thing about it is, though, that time flies by in the Yukon, in the great wide north. Go into high gear. And low gear. Yeah, we cannot go to that anymore, though, because we fixed it up. So whenever that one is completed, the race is very difficult to get to. Very difficult even. So what we have to do, though, is drive around half the map just to get there. I mean, it's a shame, but it's a lot of money if we are going to do it again, though. So technically I understand why they do it, but at the same time, I'm just like, well, it's no biggie. It's no biggie because there's enough place where we can actually go and make good money with the contest. Just be aware of it, though. If you want to milk this region a little bit more for money, though, like do the races almost at the start. Do it like 1,000 times if you want to or something, right? You know, and then it's just easy hauling back and forth some repair trailers and maybe you know, like a car, like a vehicle with some fuel tanks. People love that, though. It's like 50 plus for one race if you manage to get gold. So As you can imagine, it is totally worth it though, isn't it? money might stack up within... Oh, I managed to do that race in between 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And sometimes a little bit quicker though. And if the mud really got an issue, because you know you drive over sand and mud, and you know you just dig in way too hard then at times. Yeah, then it becomes a little bit more difficult though. Wait a little bit in game and then move on once more. Back into high gear because we are now on a beautiful off-road road. The game still reminds me so much of State of Decay though. I mean, with the graphics and all. It has better graphics for real though than State of Decay 2. You cannot compare to State of Decay 1 though. That's an Xbox 360 arcade game. Yeah, arcade, remember that? Instead of indie, it's called arcade. So yeah, you know, like that is about that. It's a funny little thing how things go, right? You know, like how naming changes here and there. State of Decay 2 was actually a very, very good game. Now, I'm going to tank here. And then we are going to go over here for this brick house. Because it's a little bit off the road and all. And nobody really gives a rat's ass to go there with a massive truck. Yeah, let's just pump her full with just one tap though. We don't want more because we are going to drive past the fuel station anyways. And look at all of that oil though in the water. Yeah. We are polluting here though. Not a big fan of polluting everything. Yeah, it's either oil or it's gasoline. And I think, to be fair with you, there's a little bit of both, but mostly oil, right, from the rear over the bottom of the trucks, where everything is nicely smeared. With all the extra colors though, I do think it's actually gasoline now that I see it. Yeah, look at that. There's greens, light blues. Oh boy. Good thing about that is though, it does evaporate. So, you know, like, it's very good. Whatever it comes in touch with, not so good. It's over there on the top it is. So here we go though. We are going from this little side. This is the place where I was just amazed by the tiny waterfall to the right. Oh yeah. It's beautiful though. Oh no! Oh no. Oh, that's a little bit silly though, now isn't it? Beautiful waterfall at least though. And to the left is the road that we had to take. See you guys in a little bit though. Ooh, that is a lot of extra damage though that we didn't need. Look at that beautiful waterfall. I have to say though, that waterfall though just amazes me, man. How much water there's actually pouring down there constantly into this little lake, and it's still not overflowing though. That's the beautiful thing about it. And there are two waterfalls though. Yep. There has to be a pipe down there somewhere, right? You know? It just has to be. Just a little water pipe to keep the flow going. High gear. Nice up the little rocky mountain slope. All the little rocks though, not as many as I anticipated. We've been here once before. But right now, no more. Because right over here we had the metal framing. And did we pick it up? Oh yeah, we did scout with the Tatarin. And we had to pick up a car from here. Yeah, that was it though, huh? Yep. Oh, look at that, a little outdoor. Yeah, I think we have to go there. The way back was just as smooth as the way towards it. Look at that though. Look at that, whoppa. Beautiful though. So now we only need to make metal rolls. And where can we make metal rolls, by the way? Right around, where was it again? Oh, wait a minute, we have plenty of them. But metal rolls we can make right around here. But I believe... yeah, the warehouse has a couple left. But I'm not sure how many though. We will have to find out, right? We will have to find out. Alright, now let's see. Right over here we have 4 rolls. Nice. There's one issue with these rolls though. If we want to make more, we have to get the coal up. 56 trailer bed. Get 3 metal beams towards the steel roll factory. Pop it over there. And from every 1 steel beam, we can make 2 steel roll metals. Meaning we can make 9. Well, 9. Magically, a couple of them appear. 3 of them, to be precise. No, we can actually make 6 of them. Very easily, though. And then we can haul them back and forth once more. We are here in our Taiga. Taiga 6436. And... let's see how this... well, this beautiful vehicle, though. This baby, I want to call it. It's more than that, though, huh? It's a big unit. Can actually handle the delivery service. So yeah, the issue is right now though is becoming logistics. Like how do we get from point A to B without having to go to C? Because C will be the steel roll factory. And we have to do a detour anyways, right? Because of the cabin. Meaning for the cabin we have to go from point A, what is starting, to B, where the steel beam is, to C, the factory, to D, the logistics haven over here, right? You know, the train station thing, cargo station, that is. Back to C, and from C back to E. That is a whole lot of logistics, though. That is an entire supply chain. An entire supply chain, though. Think about it. To get a cabin. Which is a very normal thing. Except the terrain is not so normal, right? You know, for such logistics chains. But we have to do it. We are here at the frontier. We are building something up. You know what will be fun? If there ever will be a SnowRunner 2. That we will go back to these maps. You know, and it's the exact same map, but a much larger though, right? And we do see what we have already done. Like the conveyor belt and all. And then in SnowRunner 2, we just have to get the pebbles over here to fix this little road, you know what I mean? Make a new bridge, you know, stuff like that. That will be really, really fun though. It's like a little throwback. There you go. The first delivery. Let's do the other one too. For anybody who is actually playing SnowRunner for the very first time, you can find this truck very close to the garage in time here. You have to repair it and you have to tow it back to your garage. It is one of the most badass trucks that you can own at the beginning of the game. Alright, and it is very useful later on in DLCs too, as you can see right now. So I would really advise you to get this one directly though, if you're starting out at Michigan. If you want to have the real difficult though, you know, adventure in comparison, it's not very difficult though. It just takes a long time, and if something takes long, people say it's difficult, you know. Doesn't matter if it's complex or if it's simple. Long means difficult. So the thing though is, right, you know, like, get it. It's a beautiful truck. Interior is absolutely freaking awesome though, right, you know. It's rather basic, but it just feels right. And that makes it awesome to me. So yeah, you know, like you have the buttons there for your all-wheel lock and differential drive and everything. You got your lights and your wind wipers and all. You know, everything is nice. Even the airco button is there though. How awesome is that? Everything you need in this truck. And it's a powerful one. It has balloon tires. That means that it will just curb stomp the mud in Michigan. For real though. Even the swamp. No biggie. It's real good. And later on you can get some upgrades, you know, like it just an entire world of differences though. That's my little advice. Now let's go to the train station, train cargo station. Pick up something like a cabin, and then we will drop it off at the beautiful location that we do need it at, right? You know, the cabin factory. Cargo container. How many do we have more over here? Infinite! Beautiful, beautiful though. And we are going to be very tip heavy because all the weight is now on the top. Always find a truck, by the way, that is, you know, bottom heavy. Because if you carry something like this, then it's really incredibly difficult to actually tip over. Now, if the truck is mid-heavy on the axis, then, you know, like this Taiga, for example, and then you have a massive heavy top cargo, like this one, and it's not super heavy though, right? But the issue is that it's tall, meaning all the weight is just on the top too, from the middle towards the top. There's nothing at the road after all. So, you know, it all adds up. It adds up, and that is the biggest issue that you can have. It just takes more careful driving, in other words. Alright, right over here though. Let's deliver it. There we are. And we do need the wooden planks 2 times. Alright, wooden planks, my boys. I think we have to go over there. There is some over there too. Maybe the warehouse has something for me. We will have to find out. It's getting late at the night, so you know what that means, right? Snoring time. We can stay here at the factory, they said, right over there on the top. It's normally the manager's place though, but he did put a wooden cabin there. Just for us, apparently. So we went towards the factory, and it had nothing. Well, not the factory, the warehouse. And we went to the lumber mill very close to the gold mine. Only had timber though. I could have checked it out, of course. But sometimes we don't want to be so optimizing about everything though. Sometimes we just want to have a beautiful picture like that. Sometimes we just want to drive around though, you know what I mean? Just to check for ourselves. It has a great feeling. It plays a little bit different than... Do I recommend doing it 24/7? Hell no. No, absolutely not though. But if you have the extra time though, do it. Just do it. It is beautiful though. The game is beautiful. If you do love the map though, take a little bit of extra time here and there. Because the maps, I mean, you grew up so quick though. And one day, oh boy, and one day, you're just gone. You're leaving the home. You know what I mean though? Never to be returned. And this is going to be a beautiful long haul though. So, strap on, drink your coffee, and see you at the factory. And here we are though. Cabin boys, we are going to have one. There we are. And deliver right over there. And we want to have this one to be produced and this one to be hauled on the back of our truck, of course. Now, how much do we have left? 290 out of 330. That is proper fuel management right there. Now, off we go, off we go, off we go. No, we cannot deliver this one though ourselves. For that, we do need a crane. So, I think we are going to go with the ZikZ because we have to go through the water too. So, that is something else. Now, I hope it can go through the water where I plan to go. But we will see about that though, huh? Once we arrive there. If it's getting a little bit too dark, we will just hop in the back of the cabin, sleep there, and, you know, have a beautiful night, though. Nice and warm and cozy. Where's the entrance? Ooh. Well, it's going inside, though. That is not too much of an issue. If the door would be going to the outside, yeah, that's bad. How do I know this one goes to the inside, though? Because the Oh wait, it's going outside. Darn it! You know, the hinges are on the outside though. Oh, darn it though. Alright, I did miss-see that. So we have to sleep in the cabin. Yep. It's going to be rather troublesome though, huh? With the gear shift right in my back. But we are flexible, I tell you. Yeah, I kind of want to go a little bit of a quicker route right now. Not because we have to, but because we can too. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yep. I'm playing fairly risky though. Okay. We have no other choice but to winch ourselves up here. Because left and right wire are a little bit too steep for my taste buds. And we could still go a little bit further here. It's a lot quicker than the path on the right side though. I wonder why, if you look at that. Oh boy! Whew. Way too close, way too close. Awesome. Now let's go on, what is the name? Lewis Fuel. Let's go right there. Get a nice little bit of beef jerky for the night. We are going to park there at the gas station. Now we are going to keep the Tiger around here. But what we will do is get, yeah, I think the ZikZ, because the water is moving. That means we do need a big truck though. Yeah. Alright, so let's go. Let's unpack the cargo, stop the engine. And let's go to... Ooh, I think we actually have to go to the global map here. No, we don't. Let's go to the garage. Oh, I so want to try this one though. But it doesn't have the race suspension. ZikZ, my boy, where are you? Oh, let's find the ZikZ. Beautiful. We don't need the anchor for this haul. Although it is heavy, it is the ZikZ, boys. It is the ZikZ. Oh, why are you there? This is a little bit easier to haul with the little blue crane. Oh, come on, anchors. We don't need you, I said. There we go. Yeah, the issue though, it is clipping in the crane a little bit much though. So let's just drop it like that, because we cannot really do it better than right now. Pack the cargo. There we go, my boys. Let's go through the river. It's a nice little river, though. Yeah. The current is strong, don't get me wrong, but the depth is not that strong, so that means the push is against the tires. And sure, they are big tires, but they are also round, so, you know, the flow will go right to the left and right side very quickly. The surface that can be pushed on is not that great. So, simple, yeah. Now, if the truck was lower, you know, in the water, yeah, it has a massive surface then now, didn't it? This is a little bit strange though, I might say. Normally you do this with the telehandle though, right, you know? Or with the skid steer. Nah, it's a little bit too big and heavy though for the skid steer, this cabin. But the telehandle, especially from the Caterpillar though, would be really nice for this job. Come on. Yeah, we cannot get it off though, because it's right in between the crane and the cabin right there itself. There we go. Very nice, very professional though, huh? But as you can see, if we lower it, the cable goes right through the roof though. If you want pure realism, you know, like, get the telehandle. Right, the cabin is nicely there in place. Restore the crane. Stop the engine. Now we only have to go in the Tiger. And we have to grab something from the warehouse. And it's called cement. Cement on the back. And in a second we have a slab on the back though. Huh? That's the last part of the conveyor belt section 3. Hoppa, let's go. We can actually donate it in here. We already have a couple here though. Oh, that's a block. We did not need that. Yep. We did not need the block though. That's bad. That is rather bad though. Slab. There we go. Yeah, let's just be very sure about that though, huh? That we are getting the correct one this time. Now, concrete block, no. Cement, no. Concrete slab, yes. Cargo left. Wait a minute. We cannot pick it up. Oh, because we did block it down. There we go. Alright. Nice. Beautiful even. Alrighty though, huh? Whew. I had a lot of fun though making this episode. And it's rather quick though too, right? You know, so everything was rather well planned. Wait a minute, what is that little dot over there? It's a stick. Can you imagine you're a dog and you see that stick? You really want... To be fair though, if I see a stick floating like that, I hope it will not be radioactive or anything like that though, right, you know? But I want that stick too, to be fair. So I will definitely know how a dog would feel like a floating stick like that. But I will be very cautious though at first, right, you know? But yeah, you know about the episode, everything was rather well planned. Everything was rather accessible though. We had a beautiful truck as a main truck to haul everything. The Tiger, that is. Oh my. And yeah. Great episode, I would say, right? Great progress. It's not over yet, of course, you know. Anything can happen at the moment. But what a joy indeed. It's like daily therapy, like I said many, many episodes ago. Let's put her in high gear. Automatic will be quicker here if we keep the momentum, that is. Okay, here it's going to be rough, so high gear. Just a little dance though, back and forth, you know. It's a rhythm game in its own right. Oh, keep going, keep going. Or else I have to shift down. There we go though. Nice. It's been a very long while that I've actually been focusing on off-road trucks now, hasn't it? I believe the last time was in Timeo. So for the Kola Peninsula DLC and of course the Yukon DLC that we are on right now. Yeah, things do change though, huh? Depending on the map quite a bit. Let's go a little bit off-roading here too. Low gear. Low gear plus. There we are. Way quicker though. Back to automatic. Yeah, that is one of the reasons why I avoid off-road. You just have to be 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour too quick. And you take massive damage though. So that's a little bit off-putting to me, but it's so realistic though, right? You know, it's the velocity of the physics and all and the speed, you know. And here we are indeed. Beautiful though, another sector just completely cut off for us, but it has to be done. The conveyor section that is closest to the ore sorting site is completed. Should we start it? I think you should start it though, huh? Let the gold flow. Now, ore sorting center we have to fix right now. Wait a minute. Oh, wow. We really have to fix this one too, the entire center. Once the ore is mined, it needs to be sorted to separate the gold from the rocks. This requires a dedicated sorting building, as well as the installation of prefab cabins in the cabin zone 1. We do have the cabin zone 1 over here already, but we do need 2 cabins. We do need 4 metal beams, 6 wooden planks, 4 concrete blocks, and 6 consumables. That is a mighty big boy job. See you in the next one though. Bye bye.